Relatives of patients who died when this hospital's oxygen supply ran out are overcome with grief.
My boy had recovered 75%. If oxygen was available, he would have survived. But without oxygen last night, he died.
Others vent their anger at hospital staff in the state of Karnataka. One man said his brother called him at midnight asking for help.
We got a call at midnight that he's not getting his oxygen supply. He got married just 2 months ago. Now who will look after his family?
Karnataka is one of India's richest states, but also one of the worst affected. Few places in the country have been spared by the second wave of the virus. The capital, New Delhi, set up its first oxygen generation plant after more than 50 patients died when their supply ran out.
When we are completely dependent on supply chains and cylinders, then these problems are bound to arise. It is a great idea to overcome that problem. We have created an oxygen generation plant here. In simple words, it is a kind of oxygen concentrator, only with greater capacity.
Oxygen concentrators continue to arrive along with other international aid. Trains are being used to transport cryogenic tankers with liquid oxygen to those states hardest hit by the virus.
Chennai, where cases are rising, hospitals are running out of beds. People are desperate trying to get those beds. And we're seeing now scenes we had earlier seen in Gujarat and Delhi, lines of ambulances outside government hospitals with patients who need beds.
Grief of losing a loved one made more tragic and painful by the suspicion that it may not have happened had there been enough oxygen at this government medical college hospital in Chengalpet, 60 kilometers from Chennai. 13 patients died here in the intervening night of Tuesday-Wednesday. There were 12 suspected COVID patients and one had positive. Authorities, however, deny any disruption in oxygen supply.
More ambulances, patients were there. We should go by line only, one by one only.
How long you waited here?
We waited alone for 3 years.
3 hours?
3 years.
Because?
Because a bed not available.
60 kilometers away in capital Chennai, there are no beds left for critical patients at private hospitals. The city has been reporting over 6,000 positive cases every day. On Monday, 18 ambulances carrying critically ill patients waited all night long on the road leading to the government Rajiv Gandhi Medical College Hospital. Without not just a bed, but much needed medical care. Some screamed for help, literally.
Is one of the worst hit states battling the second wave. The state currently has nearly 1.19 lakh active cases with at least 2,000 people testing positive every day. And with that, the need for hospital beds and oxygen has also gone up. Patients and their relatives are struggling to find beds. Some are lucky, several others lose the battle, gasping for air. Jain International Trade Organization has come up with an innovative idea called Oxygen on Wheels to help fix the problem. And it's a first of its kind initiative in India. Several school buses which are currently not being used have been modified to accommodate 6 patients each and are fitted with 6 oxygen concentrators and oxygen cylinders to help patients waiting outside hospitals.